Hi, thanks for joining me. We're going to work on our tight hips and butt today. So grab a mat and let's begin. We'll start by coming onto our hands and knees. Shoulders are over your wrists, hips are over the knees, and then we'll lift the knees and bring the hips back into downward facing dog. You can rock your hips side to side here and start to wiggle out some of that tightness. Let's send our right leg up to the ceiling. Bend the knee and bring it forward to rest behind the right wrist. Your ankle is behind your left wrist. You can have your leg in close to an L shape or bring it back into a 45-degree angle. We're going to straighten our back leg, so scooch it as far back as it can and then straighten your hips. You might be very tight, in which case you can grab a block or a book and pop it under your right hip for extra balance and support. If you don't want it, move it off to the side, straighten your hips, and then we'll come down onto our forearms. Take a deep breath here, inhale, and then exhale to engage your core and just sink into this stretch. Keep breathing to help your hips relax, help your butt open up, and to help you ease through the tension and strain. We're going to bring ourselves back up, so plant your hands into the ground and then roll over to rest on your right hip, swinging your left foot around. We're stacking our knees as much as we possibly can. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, gently fold forward. This is really tight and you might not make it that far down. Let your hands rest wherever they rest. The point is to stretch your hips, not to focus on how far you're folding. Let's walk ourselves back up to seated. Swing that left leg back around. Plant your hands into the ground for support and lift yourself up into downward facing dog. Stretch your left leg up to the ceiling, bend the knee, bring it forward to rest behind the left wrist, ankle behind the right wrist. You can take the same variation you took in the first side, making it closer to an L shape or bending the knee at 45 degrees. If you want to, place the block or book underneath your hips and then come down onto forearms. Once again, we're inhaling and then exhaling while engaging the core. This helps us support our back and allows us to get deeper into the stretch in our hips rather than straining our back. Keep yourself breathing. We're inhaling, exhaling, using that breath to relax our mind and relax our body, and allowing ourselves to get deeper into the stretch without straining the body. Let's plant our hands down into the ground to help us raise ourselves up. Roll onto your left hip and swing that right leg around. We're stacking the knees as best as we can, then reaching the arms up and gently folding forward. Hands land where they land. You might be like me and saying, Rivkah, body parts are in the way, and that's okay. We're stretching the hips, we're not focusing on the fold itself. Walk yourselves back up to seated. We're going to swing that right leg back around. Push your hands into the ground for support and slide back into downward facing dog. Taking a quick moment to lift the left leg up, returning it into downward dog, and swiveling the hips side to side. Let's drop our knees back down to the ground, sit back towards our heels, and make our way into a cross-legged seated position. If this is hard for you, you can pop a blanket or a block under your hips. We're going to extend the arms up with an inhale and then gently fold forward with the exhale. Feel free to stay where you landed or walk yourself deeper into the stretch with the hands. Let's return upright. We're going to switch the way our legs are crossed. Inhale to raise the arms up. Exhale to fold forward. Again, stay where you land if that's what you wish, or deepen the stretch, wiggling your fingers forward. We're going to walk ourselves back up to seated. And that's it. You're done. Thank you for joining me today. Hi. If you enjoyed this video, you can support me and more great content by giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. You can also find me on Patreon, where you can get early access, behind the scenes, and special goodies only for patrons. Link can be found in the description below. Thank you. I'll see you next time.